At 6 p.m. this evening for the invocation today. Anybody on council like to volunteer? Sure. All right, Rachel. If you would all stand, please, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Lord, for this awesome Thursday. We just thank you for all of the many blessings that you've given to each one of us. Thank you for gathering us here in this place to not only be together, but also do our common goal, which is to take care of the city of Walnut Grove. Lord, we just ask that you guide us through tonight's meeting, help us in making our decisions, and continue to pour out your blessings on our wonderful, amazing city. All these things we ask in your Son's holy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. Roll call. Council is in full attendance. Thank you, ladies, for being here, as usual. And before we get to agenda approval, out of a courtesy to the Daughters of the American Revolution members who are with us today, to help us recognize and do a proclamation recognizing the United States semi-centennial, we're going to move them from the back of the agenda to the front of the agenda right after we do the consent agenda vote, okay?
Is that the only change?
That's the only change I have. Does anybody have anything else? No? Okay. All right, with that being said, is there a motion on the floor for approving the agenda?
I will approve the agenda as is with a change of moving the new business. Number 1, discussion proclamation recognizing the United States semi-centennial to the beginning of the agenda, right after consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second. Go ahead.
Maxine, is that a second?
Okay.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please raise your hand. And it is unanimous. Thank you. I'm going to move on to the consent agenda now. Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Here. Second.
Erica? Here. Crazy day.
Yeah.
Any discussion? No? Okay. All in favor, please raise your hand. And it's unanimous. Thank you, everyone. With that being said, ladies, we are already with you. Would you please come up? And Teresa, would you do me a favor, please, and introduce to the council and everybody who's here the members of the Daughters of American Revolution that are with you? Okay. Why don't you go ahead and introduce everybody?
Okay. I'm Teresa Thompson, and I'm a member of the Matthew Talbot Chapter, National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution. And with me tonight are members Margaret Peters and Gail Hammond. Matthew Talbot DAR was organized January 23rd in 1914. So don't judge us by the age of the chapter.
You guys were around yet.
We're not that old, just a little bit.
Thank you for continuing it on. And you asked to come here tonight to do a proclamation celebrating the quincentennial. Semi-quincentennial, my mistake, thank you.
Yes.
Because we are celebrating the 250th birthday of America
Yes.
this year. And there is a week-long celebration of events that are happening throughout all of the cities in Walton County.
Yes.
The event that we're co-sponsoring is the concert in the New Grove Park.
Yes.
And we are going to have family-friendly activities like bouncy houses and all those type of things.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yes.
We
We won't have, we won't have fireworks, we won't have the rest of it.
Depending on the weather, yeah.
I know, right, exactly. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and read the proclamation, and then I'll go ahead and sign it, and we'll make sure you guys get a copy. And then council, afterwards, we're going to go ahead and stand here, and if you would, stand up behind and we can get a picture, okay? Okay, great. By the mayor of the city of Walnut Grove, Georgia, a proclamation recognizing and celebrating the United States semi-quincentennial. Whereas on July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress unanimously declared the independence of the 13 colonies, thus establishing the United States of America. And whereas the year 2026 marks 250 years since the birth of the United States, and on January 17, 2025, Governor of Georgia Brian P. Kemp established the Georgia U.S. 250 Commission in accordance with the U.S. Semi-Quincentennial Commission to provide for proper observance and commemoration of this anniversary in the state of Georgia. And whereas local governments are the bedrock of American democracy, providing 336 million residents with the most accountable, responsive, inclusive, ethical, and transparent government in the world. And whereas from the nation's smallest villages to its largest cities, America's local governments have been essential in transforming the United States of America into the greatest, most influential nation in world history. And whereas the city of Walnut Grove was first incorporated in 1905 and is proudly served today by Mayor Stephanie Moncrief, Mayor Pro Tem Rachel Davis, Council Member Maxine McClanahan, Council Member Erica Miles, Council Member Linda Pilgrim, and a dedicated municipal workforce of public servants. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the United States over the last 250 years and realize the opportunity to accomplish as much in the next 250 years. Therefore, I, Stephanie Moncrief, Mayor of the City of Walnut Grove, Georgia, do hereby proclaim that the City of Walnut Grove, Georgia is proud to recognize and celebrate the semi-quincentennial of the United States of America as an opportunity to educate, preserve, and innovate during this milestone anniversary. In witness thereof, I'm setting my hand and causing the seal of the City of Walnut Grove to be affixed this day, May 15th, 2026. And thank you both all for being here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and sign.
Wipe your lens.
Do it.
I told her to wipe her lens.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, look, everybody has a flag. So sweet.
Oh, thank you.
But we should say,
Stephanie, do you find?
God bless America.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to? Oh, sure. All right. How are we going to do this? Right there?
I want to get some of mine.
All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, ladies.
Oh,
We
yes,
appreciate
sure.
it. And we'll get your copy, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Drive safely, ladies. And thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
Teresa, you look great. Okay. Okay, that's a great way to start that off.
Yeah.
All right, so we will start with our committee reports with the DDA. And Rachel, do you have anything you would like to share today?
Not yet. It's been an exciting day today at our Small Cities Conference, and I started the day off at a training for DDA. So I will keep you informed as we make any progress with the things that I've learned.
That's great. Thank you. Planning and Zoning Commission. Joe, do you want to share that? Thanks.
Hello.
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 Not much has changed since last month's meeting as far as planning and zoning. One thing I would like to point out, where the LAS Phase 2 upgrade, they're still on the screening stage. We did have a visitor to the sewer plant. Environmental Protection came by just to give a quick check. They do have some recommendations, but no reason for caution, just best practices. Does anyone have any questions?
Is it gonna cost us a lot of money to do breast practices?
It should not. Most of it's administrative.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
fantastic.
I was gonna say, do we have an ETA?
The project end date is July 11th
Okay.
of this year.
We're still on time.
Still on schedule, okay.
All right, love that. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Going to move on to our library report with Miss Dana.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I left Pokemon Card Swap. It started at 4.
Ooh.
It was still going strong when I left.
Nice.
They were having a good time over there.
Good.
We give away a free pack of Pokemon cards. We draw names to all the attendees, and we give away a free pack of cards every 10 minutes. So 4:10, 4:20, and 4:30.
Oh, wow.
And we do that every single month, so it is a very fun and well-participated event. We did a good turnout with that, but it is getting harder and harder to find Pokemon cards. So I've been very fortunate to have so many packs donated to us, but I'm finally going to get to support a local business in Monroe and go to Nerd Street and get some Pokemon cards from them. So I'm excited about that. I'm also very thankful for the tree that was taken care of in our fairy garden, so thank you all for that. I want to thank Miss Linda Pilgrim for working with our art teacher at Walnut Grove High School. The art students came Friday, Saturday, Monday, and today, and Tuesday actually. And they've been working on painting our window with a dinosaur theme for our summer reading program. And it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's really, really good. They're working really hard, and hopefully, I don't think it'll be completed tomorrow, but one day early next week, they'll probably have it finished. We had an extra student come to help today. And so it's been wonderful having them there, and I appreciate their dedication to come every single day after school like that, to work on this project. So I'm
Super
just
cool.
absolutely thrilled. So probably I'm hoping it'll be finished maybe by Tuesday next week, but we'll see. I may have to touch up, we might need to do a second coat in some areas, so I'm good at touch up, so I can handle that part. So I might do a second layer, but we were decorating for our dinosaur theme for the summer reading program today, and we were having a good time doing that and promoting. So how it's going to work this summer is how it's worked every summer in the past. For every 5 books that an adult or a teenager reads, they get a free book from the library all summer long. And then for every 10 books, like an elementary age student reads, picture books essentially, they get a free book every time they come to the library and that they read those 10 books. So we'll have reading logs, we'll have registration, they sign up. I like to try to get close to 500 people signed up every summer. We usually hit about the 450 mark, so we're always close, but can't quite hit it. So we'll see how this year goes. I've gone to all the schools, so I went to Walnut Grove Elementary, Youth Middle, Walnut Grove High School, and Sharon Elementary for Career Day, which I saw a few of you there. So I'm promoting it to all the schools, and I think we'll have a good turnout this year. So we've got lots of great prizes, and we're just in full bloom, the swing of finalizing all the details for summer reading. And I was just talking to the DAR ladies about coming to do a special DAR story time in July. So, but before I go on, I just realized, Mayor, I know you and I had talked about changing the time for Mayor Reading Club, but does the date that we had for May still work for you? The date and time for May? Okay. And then I will get with you about scheduling for June and July.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, we've got this reptile encounter again, we've got the magic show coming, we've got the poodles coming, we've got a paleontology expert coming to kick off summer, which will be on Thursday, May 28th. So we've got a lot going on the end of this month. The 22nd, Friday, May 22nd, is when we start our summer reading program. That's 2 days after the kids get out of school. And then the following Thursday, Rick is coming to talk about dinosaurs, and then the Magic Poodle show is the very next day, which is on a Friday. So there's a lot happening at the beginning of summer, and that is because the Walnut Grove community is ready to do this as soon as school gets out. And of course, we've already had dozens of people asking us about it already, so we're getting the word out. We also have one final thing. We have a really big book sale going on right now. We've been weeding our library collection, first time in 13 years. We're finished. They give you a year to finish weeding. We did it in 4 months. 13 years worth of weeding done in 4 months. My team is dedicated. Our collection has never looked so good. I'm very proud of it. And so right now we're doing a bag of books for $1 in the library. And of course, as always, we have carts of free books in the lobby. So those are always free, what's in the lobby. And then inside we have our books out. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Do you have any vacation time planned this summer?
As a matter of fact, I do not. However, my new grandbaby is coming to see me the end of this month.
Yay!
So y'all know I'm excited about
And your
that.
daughter's home.
My daughter's home, so that's been thrilling. But Reese, my granddaughter, will turn 3 months old later, well, the beginning of June when she's here visiting. So I'm super thrilled about that.
Good for you.
Thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and move on now to public comment. If anybody has anything that they would like to comment on the agenda, anything on the agenda that they need to make a comment on, I'd like to have council here. Now is the time to come on up. There is, of course, a time at the end for council, for town hall, if you don't want to comment on the agenda. We have some new people with us today that we haven't seen before, and want to make sure you know what's going on. Absolutely. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to old business, and that is the ordinance 2026-02, regulating tobacco, vape, and hemp retailers. We have seen this ordinance multiple times, multiple changes, multiple updates. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, do your magic.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello again.
I would like to turn your attention to page 2. So the definition changed for tobacco retailers. According to state law, vape and tobacco are lumped together. Not necessarily what goes in a vape, but vaporizers themselves. So the definition was added on to include electronic smoking devices, vaping liquids, cartridges, or related products as defined in the official code of Georgia, section 16-12-17. That also means we had to change some things inside the licensing requirements. So now tobacco and hemp are the only 2 separated items, whereas vape is part of tobacco now. So we tried to classify here using a little bit of verbiage. Tobacco and hemp are 2 separate licenses and are mutually exclusive. If a retailer wishes to sell both, they must obtain both retailers' license. Inside the application requirements, there will be a signed affidavit of understanding that they are 2 separate licenses and that they are separate regulations. I did add on page 4, under subsection D, the opaque controlled access displays that we spoke about when we first brought this in a work session. Under inspections, authorize city officials to include city code enforcement and law enforcement officers. So those are the only outlined people to do these inspections.
No other changes, right?
No other changes.
Okay, does council have any questions?
I just have one, and I apologize, I didn't get a chance to go through to see if it were in here. Having heard on the news some information where, like, one of the cities is voting that no vape shops that are just vape shops allowed. Is something like that in here, or would that be something we would look at separately?
That's something we have to look at separately.
Okay.
There are options with that as well. So there's some zoning things we plan on doing as well with this.
Okay.
It's going to be a separate ordinance.
Okay.
I have seen other cities regulate how many. A lot of cities are very careful for that. I do believe it could be challenged pretty easily. But that's something we could definitely.
I think are we talking about the county, just a new
Well,
something? They
I
said
don't
no
remember
vape
which
shops in
city
there.
it was, but one of the cities just recently voted that there would be no like freestanding vape shops, that's their only product. That the gas stations that have vapes and other things, it would be allowed within that, but not just a freestanding vape shop. And I thought that might be something we wanted to look at, but I didn't know if we had anything
Okay.
similar to that or not in this.
Well, I'm going to ask if there's a motion.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2026-02, an ordinance to amend the code of ordinances for City of Walnut Grove, Georgia, to establish regulations for the sale of age-restricted products.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any more discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. And it is unanimous. Thank you all. And thank you, Councilman Davis, for bringing that forward. Yep. Okay, we are going to move on now to the appeal of license denial in care of M&M Processing. And Joe, would you share the most current information on that, please?
So as we spoke about during our work session and his ability to have a hearing regarding the administrative denial of the license, he did come to the conclusion that he could do this without a business license, though he is subject to other ordinances such as signs and things of that nature, and EPD requirements if he's doing other things. However, he did not rescind his appeal, so council will have to vote on this to complete this action, and that's kind of where we're at today.
Okay. So Mr. Mamu is not here today to be able to be a part of the process, so I'm just going to ask if there is a motion regarding the appeal of license denial.
I would like to make a motion that we postpone the vote on this event, on this business license until our next work session. In light of some recent considerations that I've come across and some research, I think postponing the final decision, that works better for me.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Can I ask
We have
a
3 seconds.
question related to that?
Sure.
This is for our city attorney. Does that harm due process in this case, like the timeline? If
No, because tonight was the night that he was given his opportunity to appear and be heard. There would not be, unless you decide to allow it, any opportunity to be heard at your work session. In other words, he doesn't get a chance at the work session unless you decide to specifically allow it to come before you and make an appeal at that time.
Okay.
That was tonight. Now, if you want to delay the decision, you can do that. And again, you can allow someone to come forward and make an appeal to you by telling you their side of the story or whatever. But tonight was the opportunity. You don't have to give that opportunity in the future. Of course, they could probably come up during public comment or town hall or tell you this.
You spoke at the last meeting.
You understand.
So we're looking at delaying. That's your motion?
That is correct, delaying the vote.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to have some more conversations with other council members and kind of wrap my head around a couple of things there.
Okay.
So to the work session.
And delay it to the work.
Yeah, rather than the next regular meeting, because
Yeah.
that would make it come sooner by doing it at the work session.
Okay, and there's a second? Was there a second? Okay. All right, any further discussion? All in favor of delaying the decision to the next work session, please raise your hands. 3, and all those against? And 1. 3 and 1. Make sure you, okay, thank you. Okay, all right. All right. We're gonna go assets recommended for asset disposal. I know, Joe, you've got us a list. Is there anything different about it?
The only change to the list recommended for disposition is the wood chipper. There's some great ideas behind that. It looks like it will still be operational once we go back to use it. It's still in fairly good condition for its age and utility, so I have stripped that from the list.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hold the vote. Is there a motion to approve the assets recommended for asset disposal?
So moved.
So moved by Erica. Second?
I'll say,
Jumping at
It
it.
doesn't matter.
I'll second it.
Maxine, you, okay.
These allergies, man.
Then handle it. Okay. Any discussion?
Oh, arm wrestling it down there.
Any more discussion? Okay, all in favor of the disposal? Okay, unanimous. Thank you all.
Yeah, we still got
And
all of them.
Joe, thank you for doing that.
Do we know when the auction will be, the sale?
It could be, we just have to really just take pictures of it, make sure we have all the documentation together, so it's really just as quick as we can get that. And then once we have a firm date, we do plan on advertising that, that way people can see it. I would be careful from the city perspective of telling individuals though.
Okay,
All right.
let's move
We'll just tell
on.
the colleagues.
I'm not sure I followed that.
All right, we're gonna move on to the appointment application for Mr. Colin Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Commission, their committee.
Hello again.
Hello again.
I am not Mr. Colin Lloyd. He did plan on being here tonight. His family was coming back from vacation. I got to around middle Georgia, and just like a lot of people, you get a flat tire. So, they were waiting on the side of the road when last I spoke with them. But as I've said, I've met Mr. Lloyd a handful of times. He seems to be trusted very much by his immediate community, as he's been elected to be their HOA president. He seems to have a very firm grasp on operations of government that I think he can definitely excel at. His qualifications, I think, speak very well for himself inside of his application packet. My recommendation is for approval, but obviously the decision lays with the council.
All right, is there a motion? Yeah. Could we get a motion on the table first? Is that okay? Okay. Is there a motion to appoint Mr. Colin Lloyd?
Yes, I will make a
Planning and
motion
Zoning?
to appoint Mr. Colin Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Committee.
Okay, is there a second?
A second.
Okay. Linda?
Now I can.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We talked last, I guess at the work session, that you would send the resume to the existing planning and zoning members.
That
Has
wasn't
got any
planned.
response from them?
I have not gotten a response.
Did you send it?
I don't want to say yes or no, because I can't.
Fair
That's
enough.
not a good answer.
I do apologize. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
It's the council purview to decide upon whether who goes on P and Z or not.
It is.
And if they're well qualified, and we have open positions, it's always nice to speak with P and Z members or other committee members. But I don't think it's enough to hold something up. Is it in their bylaws that they have to get first approval and then make a recommendation?
It is not in their bylaws, and I think where Councilwoman Pilgrim was getting at is basically a courtesy. I understand that.
Yeah.
If I didn't send it, that is on me. I wish I did give that courtesy. However, and that you're correct as well, Mayor, that it is not something that has to be processed of itself.
Is it a possibility to make a recommendation?
I think that that board has been thin for a while. I think they will appreciate some extra help. That's my opinion on it.
I do too.
Yeah, I will make a comment because I know we were approving somewhere along the line, I don't remember if it was planning and zoning or another committee, but I had an issue with them not being here, but I want it clear that I also did not have any bio or anything to go on when I chose not to vote in that case. Whereas in this case, we do have the biographical information and the background information, which is very helpful.
Are they
And-
required to be, sorry, I'm sorry, Maxine, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I wanted it clear because I didn't want somebody to come back and say later on, well, you wouldn't vote before when somebody wasn't
Is it a
there.
requirement that they're at the meeting, in attendance?
Not at their appointment meeting, it is a requirement, there is attendance requirement.
Of
for
course.
PNC meetings.
But not at an appointment?
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ask if there's a vote on the appointment for Mr. Colin Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Committee. And I think we have one from Rachel already, and then we had a second from Erica. Is there any further discussion? No? Okay. All in favor, please raise your hand. And it's unanimous. Thank you all. Okay, vote for Resolution 2026-04, supporting Walton County speed reduction efforts. And we talked about this in the work session. Has anything changed?
Nothing.
Okay. So this is basically supporting the resolution that we are giving to the county so that the county can then go on our behalf to work together with us to reduce the speed limits in the city of Walnut Grove.
Absolutely. This is something GDOT requested from the county is to have our forms.
Yeah. Okay.
I love this so much.
Is there a motion to support the Walton County speed reduction efforts with the resolution?
Yes, ma'am, so moved.
Okay, Rachel, is there a second?
I'll second.
Maxine, any discussion?
I just have one question. Would this sort of resolution and the works that we have with them include like any of our internal roads or just the
DOT roads,
just the DOT?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, be sure. Okay,
specifically 138 and 81.
okay.
Okay. All right, all in favor, please raise your hand. Not unanimous. Thank you all. Okay. And the fee schedule, sanitation late fee.
I will say, we'll move them right along. Okay. Just as a reminder, the late fee addition to the fee schedule. So it's at 10% of the fee due if the service is interrupted, which in the internal policy that we'll make to include some of the questions Councilwoman Miles had. That's after 2 non-payments, when there'll be a service interruption, it'll be $20 to reconnect that service. I could not find anything where the state of Georgia regulated this fee. The state of Georgia regulates a lot of fees for government when we introduce it. However, I did do a quick survey of as many towns around us that had this, and almost unanimously it was 10%.
How much?
10%.
10%. Yeah. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the sanitation late fee of 10% on sanitation billing?
I make a motion to approve the late fee amount.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion?
No,
Do I need to slow down?
just making my notes.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay. Thank you. And that's unanimous also. Okay, we'll move on to new business. We've already done the semi-quincentennial. As you can see on the newer agenda that you received, we added a proclamation recognizing Public Works Week. This is not something that needs to be voted on. I felt like we have done this for our clerks. We should do this for our Public Works employees. They are equally as important to the running of the city of Walnut Grove. So I'm going to go ahead and read this, and then I will sign it, and we will celebrate them during next week, just like we celebrated our clerks, okay? All right. Whereas Public Works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of the city of Walnut Grove, Georgia. And whereas these infrastructure, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of Public Works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our city's water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the city of Walnut Grove to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year 2026 marks the 66th annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Be it now, therefore, I, Stephanie Moncrief, Mayor of the City of Walnut Grove, Georgia, do hereby proclaim the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2026, as National Public Works Week. And in witness thereof, I have unto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Walnut Grove to be affixed this 14th day of May, 2026. And we will celebrate our Public Works employees who are just outstanding next week in the same manner that we celebrated our clerks. All right. Thank you, everybody. And I'm signing. Okay. That's great. And it's nice to see around the whole county, everybody, a lot of these cities are doing this, and the county did it too, which is very nice. Reports, Public Works. Anything from Brad? Or are you gonna go ahead and do this?
Brad has a phenomenal thing to report this week. We have a surge protector at sewer plant.
Yay!
So we are covered. Brad's been doing a lot of work trying to get that portion of iWorks into a systematic format. That way reports can be generated directly from that, and council will be able to view every single thing that Public Works has accomplished. And that's twofold. It's good for auditing purposes, making sure things are getting done, but it's also their ability to brag on the things they have done, and show how many man hours are put in, and it helps us for manpower management. On top of that, we were fully staffed for about an hour. The gentleman
Good job,
that
Joe.
we offered it to, he just did not, the benefits didn't fit his family life. So he decided to resign same day. No hard feelings, he was a nice guy, but it just didn't work out. So we're back to that, and we should be conducting some interviews next week.
I want to make one comment too. So the beautification that you see around Walnut Grove, if you haven't noticed yet, every Monday, the same area of grass is being cut. Every Tuesday, the same area of grass. And it's a consistent schedule. It's being done all the time. And there's no eyesore area that isn't being done. So they're doing a great job with just 2 people. And Brad is out there on that lawnmower just as much as Craig is. And they're doing a great job. During the summer, it's all upkeep on the lawn. And they're working very hard. Unfortunately, it's been relatively cooler. It's going to change very soon though, but they're doing a great job. Thank you, Joe. Okay, Lynn, our city clerk report.
Hello.
Tell me we have 20 tickets.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding.
Not quite.
Okay.
Citations for April, Walton County had 4,
Okay.
and Georgia State Patrol had 0, and Code Enforcement had 2. And the pavilion rentals, we had 3, and the ball field, we had 31. And our bank accounts, the general operating fund, $593,345.78. The sewer operating account, $7,581.04. SPOS 2019, $947,955.62. The money market account, $1,466,387.55. The DDA account, $89,784.46. The new sewer money market account is $92,132.93. The LAS sewer expansion, $206,048.65. And Splash 2025 is $319,369.23.
Thank you, Lynn. Okay. Code enforcement, anything there?
Hello.
Hello?
Greg is chomping at the bit for grass and rain, although it's been kind of relaxed right now because there's no rain, so no grass. Just wait for the day, keep people on grass. He had 2 complaints this past month, both of them related to properties near the sewer plant. One, a pond that we're all familiar with, and one, a neighbor concerned with rain as related to that. So,
Wait, what were they again?
one complaint was a matter of our construction at the sewer plant,
Okay.
and there's a pond down below,
Mhm.
and with the rain coming, they gave us a call, cautionary complaint, if the rain happens.
So nothing actually happened?
No. And I made sure Greg went by, took pictures, probably the bluest I've seen that water. And then the neighbor also had concerns with the rain coming related to the original So those are the two code enforcement complaints we have, and those will be on the report that I sent out to you that I was working on at the conference.
To be clear, the city, are they complaining because they're worried the rain is gonna cause silt to go into their ponds from the construction?
Correct.
Okay,
And that's a big reason you need that.
okay.
As far as the city administrator's report, as council knows, in about 2 weeks is local government Super Bowl budget presentation. I'm very excited about it, and I look forward to everyone in the stands cheering me on as I do it. And Councilwoman Davis has
Budget seasoning.
budget seasoning. So that's coming up.
Is that cutting the fat? I'm just kidding.
Cut the fat.
It's also conference season. We're currently attending the Georgia Small Cities Conference. It's a great way for us to share challenges with other small cities throughout the state, see what they're doing, and try to steal some ideas from them. And hopefully we have some good ones that they can steal from us. On top of that, we have the GMA conference coming up, and I believe we have 2 council members going to that, and hopefully bring some wisdom back to us so that we can implement. That's always a really good conference to be able to get some education from. And some things that are upcoming, we'll be, after the budget cycle, we'll be talking about sewer fees and a sewer policy to make sure that gets as accurate as possible where our rates need to be able to fund the sewer expansion project. And American 250, that's going to be kicked into high gear real soon. On top of that, we have our strategic plan. They have scheduled meetings, and those are available online for public hearings, and that way everyone can get their input on that. And then the last thing I want to talk about was this was a non-code enforcement complaint. As you know, we had some sanitation billing issues. We had many phone calls due to that. And I just wanted to thank citizens in Walnut Grove for understanding. We didn't have any nasty emails or anything like that.
Yes, you did. You had one.
Well, for the most part, they were very understanding, especially when we told them about the implementation of the software. Lynn's been filling all those complaints and setting it straight. On top of that, we did have a meeting with Civic Plus, and without using too strong a language, I think we're at an understanding. We are going to shift the contract date of that to reflect that really they are still in the implementation phase. They did not launch, or a lot of it's on us too. I don't want to phrase it in a way that's just them. So we are in the implementation phase, so we're going to correct that contract. And then they did have a timeline of less than 2 weeks to get all the bugs fixed out. And it looks like currently they've already done it. And we had a follow-up conversation the next day, and we got to talk to at least 2 very tired folks.
Okay.
Yep. I went and paid my bill the next day, and I had a $3 balance from the previous quarter. I did that on purpose, and then I had a $60 balance from this quarter, and it reflected accurately, and I paid it, I got a receipt. Everything was very smooth, and it had not been that way before. So, you know, these are just glitches. The citizens who called in were very understanding, very kind. Lynn has the knowledge now to refund overcharges if there are any, but we don't expect that in the future. But we have the knowledge now, and we are also able to print receipts in the office. We have our new little area right by the window, so it goes very quickly, and our staff is knowledgeable about all of it. And when you implement something like this, do you want to have these glitches? Absolutely not. But something that Joe reminds me of, it's not the end of the world. It's not.
Right.
We made a mistake, and we're going to send a letter out to some citizens, and we're going to let them know. We have a statement from the software company, what happened. We asked them for that. We're also going to go ahead and thank them for their understanding, let them know that moving forward, we don't anticipate any more glitches. And we're doing the best that we can, and we appreciate their patience. And that's all we can do.
Perfect.
We can try and get it right the first time, but if it doesn't happen, we'll take responsibility and we'll move forward from there, because we're all just one big team. So.
The very last thing I have for my report, I had a couple of staff shout outs today. By, Public Works, undermanned, 2 people instead of 3. Got the manager out there as well. And not only have they met the requirements that we put in front of them, but they're exceeding it right now. They're just out there every day, just, getting it done. As we've talked about, Lynn has been fielding these phone calls, but also still doing her traditional everyday job, which is finance and everything else. Just killing it, and was also helping me with the budget while we're waiting between phone calls.
It's
On top
been a
of
week.
that, Sonia, going above and beyond the other day, I believe Councilwoman Davis saw her. We had someone that was concerned that one of the traffic cones, the big barrel ones, rolled into someone's yard, and she wasn't physically able to move it herself. Sonia jumped in her car, went, we got it, moved it forward, came back.
It was blocking the lady's driveway, and I was like, is that Sonia?
That's nice.
Macy's gonna graduate from high school by the skin of her teeth, but she's
Oh
gonna.
my goodness.
Macy, our student
And
employee.
then can't leave out Greg, he's just waiting for grass, and then I can talk to him.
I have a question. When we do interns next year, are we talking about putting some on code enforcement, maybe? Or can we take an intern for, not code enforcement, I'm sorry, public works?
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Thank you, Joe. For my report, I'm not gonna, we're only at 45 minutes, this is fantastic. I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight a couple of things. The fact that we had 2 ribbon cuttings in the city of Walnut Grove in the past 2 weeks is just fantastic. Thank you, council members who were able to go to the church. Rachel and I went to the flooring one, and everybody's been very busy. We were at Sharon Elementary School, some of us, not me, you, Joe, Macy, our student employee, talking with students at Career Day, and we like doing that, and we're getting calls from more and more elementary schools. What else do we have? We've got the May membership luncheon that just happened today. The grand opening for the Church at the Grove, although they've had a couple of services, they're going to do a real grand opening this Sunday at 9 and 11, if anybody's interested. Walnut Grove High School graduation ceremony will be on Tuesday at 8 p.m. And as you all know, the Walton Municipal Dinner is coming up on the 21st. And if you haven't RSVP'd to Lynn, please do. And then the convention's coming up. I also wanted to let you know, we're doing, like Joe mentioned, the Small Cities Week, Small Cities Conference in Gainesville. And we go again tomorrow morning for a 9 o'clock class. And then we finish up half day. We were given the opportunity today to do a professional video for the city of Walnut Grove at no cost, which was really great. We worked on a script and we got it all done, and went in and did the video, so we will share that with you when we get that back. It's really kind of cool. I just couldn't believe it was free, which, you know, we like our free things. Very reasonable things. I've also been chosen as one of the folks who's in the Leadership Walton class of 2026, 2027, and I had my orientation today. That class has a $1,500 price tag. I'm not asking the city to foot that bill. I'm going to take care of that myself. While it will enhance my role and my responsibility and my ability to do my job better, I think it's more of a personal thing for myself that I'm going for it, and so I'll take care of the bill on that. But I just wanted to let you all know in advance that I'm going to be doing that for the next 9 months, 1 day, full day a month, and I'm looking forward to it. I've wanted to do it for a very long time, haven't been able to get the time to do it because we have a staff that's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and we have worked so hard to get to. I'm able to go do these type of things now, so it's really fantastic. Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Well,
You have to
thank
be
you.
nominated for that as well.
Mhm.
You don't get
Yeah.
to just, that's
You
great.
have to pay to play.
And I also wanted to do an honorable mention to Lynn Hurd, our city council, our city clerk. She has been doing lots and lots of research, assisting Joe in getting ready for the budget, finding out where things are, why things are the way they are, and getting things fixed. And it's just fantastic, Lynn. Thank you for all of that. A lot of those unknowns are becoming known, and we're really looking forward to really great bookkeeping in the future. We've got good bookkeeping, but we're looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, and just as a side note, you guys have seen, we have a different attorney here tonight. We have Kevin Talent from Talent and
Howell.
And you guys, I don't want to say you have merged, because you haven't merged, but you're working in conjunction with,
Well, Jay's joined our firm.
Okay.
Jay is part of our law firm.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
Jay will still be your primary
Okay.
city attorney, but
Yeah.
he's with his family right now on vacation, and when he heads out, you'll get the guy with the bow tie,
Yeah.
to come in and hang out with you for your meetings.
but it gives Jay an opportunity to have some backup, and you guys
Yes.
also have many, many years of experience. Joe and I met with Kevin and his partner, and Jonah.
Yes.
And we wanted to make sure that they were going to serve the city in the same way that we have become accustomed with Jay and Tony in the past. And Tony is still at our disposal if we have questions or anything like that. But we're going ahead and moving forward with sending everything to Jay, Kevin, and Jonah, so that everybody's abreast, and if somebody needs to fill in sometime, then they can. So we're set for the future. It's really a great thing. And that's it for me. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go to town hall.
Mayor,
Oh,
can I ask a question before we get to town, hall?
Absolutely.
Or it may be a town hall meeting?
no,
And this is for
we're gonna
clarification.
discuss that afterwards.
Huh?
For the date?
No, it's not just today,
Okay.
and that's why I wanted to bring it up now, because
Okay.
I was just reading it and noticed something else. Because I'm a bit confused, because I saw the announcement in the paper for the budget. It says it's available now in the announcement. And so I was sort of anticipating us getting the budget presented tonight. So I'm just trying to think, do we know kind of where we are on that, so that we can at least maybe publicly kind of let the public know that we made an
Cover that one?
unintentional error here, and,
Yes, the budget will be posted online tomorrow. We couldn't do it tonight as far as the actual presentation, because it has to advertise for that 15-day one.
okay, you have to advertise to present it to council?
That is what was relayed to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
You have to, you have to advertise, and then on the same day you present it to council, you have to make it also available to the public on that same day, and so those days have to coincide, and there is an advertisement requirement for that. And so depending on when the dates fell, that may be what Joe's talking about, depending on when the dates fell, that may be the issue that we're dealing with.
Next thing
Okay.
you're not satisfied, you're confused.
Well, I'm thinking, when are we, so you're saying the general public gets the budget, council doesn't get it till when?
So the budget.
I mean, granted, we, as general public, can go look at it, but when is it officially presented to us, so that we're legal with all of our documentation and advertisements, and when we're having public hearing and et cetera?
Right, so the advertisement itself has to be when we're gonna present it, so that it gives people a chance to be present at the budget presentation. And then, so for us to present it in a proper timeline, especially with GMA coming up, we had to advertise it, and then do it on our council meeting on the 28th for the actual presentation.
Okay, so when are we making I'm confused, because I thought we had to do a presentation to council, and then we have a public hearing behind that for the general public. And we've got an advertisement in the paper that says we will have our public hearing on, let's see, May 28th.
And then we will also have another one for the voting.
Okay. So when do we consider that council has been officially,
May 28th will be the presentation, the official presentation, and then the voting will be in June to adopt it.
okay.
So it is available online tomorrow.
Right.
Their presentation is on the 28th,
Right.
and the hearing is also on the 28th.
Yes, the hearing, you're correct. I think that was an error. There will be another public hearing before we adopt the budget. It'll be before we actually vote. to
Yeah,
adopt.
I mean, and there's certainly an error in the timing for the budget adoption, unless we're scheduling another meeting. Because we do not have a 6 PM meeting on June the 18th scheduled.
That is true. I'm gonna go, Joe, I'll get with you in the morning.
Sounds good.
We'll get it clarified. We'll make sure that council gets copies of the budget so that they can look at it. We'll make sure it's available, and then we'll go ahead and look at the timing and make sure that we've got the public hearings correctly timed and the dates and times of the meeting correct. And if we need to make an amendment in the newspaper, we will.
Sounds good.
Well, and if, I mean, I don't know, what is considered official presentation to the council of the budget? Does it have to be at a meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
Presentation to the council is done at a meeting.
okay, and then that has to be, is there any time, can that be at the same time as the public hearing? Or does there have, let me
It can be,
see,
but it sounds like you're having a second one anyway.
Right, that's what I hear.
on the day that the proposed budget is submitted to the city council, must, okay, it says on the day that it's presented to city council, then it's made available to the public.
That's correct.
During the week the proposed budget is submitted to the council, the city must have a statement published in the local newspaper. So we'll have to make another statement in the newspaper when it's presented.
Yeah, we'll get it cleared up in the morning, and we will send it out to council
Okay.
as to what is.
And then another notice a week before. Okay, I just want to make sure we're legal before we get to the end of June for our
Absolutely.
budget stuff.
Want to be legal, definitely. Okay, now we're gonna go, thank you, Joe. We're
Sorry.
gonna move on to the town hall portion. If anybody would like to come up and talk about anything. And if you would, just go ahead and say your name and your address, please.
Okay, my name is Stephanie Francis, and I live at 4930 Guthrie Cemetery Road, which is right over your line, but I lived here for 47 years.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Stephanie Francis. And I'm sorry about my attendance at the last meeting. I had an emergency with my oldest daughter.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I appreciate y'all being so. So anyway, here we go. Good evening, council and mayor. My name is Stephanie Francis, and I live in Walnut Grove for 47 years. 4 generations of my family have called this city home. Many of you may remember me as I was the owner of Barefoot Possum Tattoo in Walnut Grove a few years back. I'm here to propose the transformation of the Walnut Grove City Park. As we know, this park is very functional, but it is a bit beige. My vision is a modern Native American theme. This honors the history of this land, but uses bright, bold colors to celebrate a living culture. This is a true legacy project. My daughter Sadie McManus, she graduated most artistic at Walnut Grove last year. She was a Georgia Governor's Honors finalist, and she's currently at SCAD on art scholarships. She's a very talented young lady. She knocks me in the dirt. She's very talented. Anyway, she's currently at SCAD, and she's excited to bring these skills back home. I think Joe Morris gave y'all some photos and everything, my ideas. The pine cone sculptures, these are upcycled 50-gallon drums that will be welded to steel poles and anchoring them to existing concrete slabs that are already in the park. These will be professional grade, structurally sound installations. The tire totems, local businesses, I've already spoke with the Tire Depot and Sexton Tire, and they are ready to donate any materials that we might need to do these, any kind of tire projects. We will also be painting trash cans and adding murals to replace the current neutral look with energy and color. And finally, the UV resistant belling twine to weave geometric designs into the chain link fences. Sadie and I will be working directly with Ms. Boyette and the High School Art Club, giving local students a chance to learn from a Governor's Honors artist while building pride in their own park. I did go meet with Ms. Boyette back in November, and the Art Club, they are gung-ho on helping with this project, and I was going to give them the lead on the fencing, because it's a lot of fence, a lot of chain link fence. But they're really eager to do that with me. Because this is a public space, safety and maintenance are my top priorities. Structural soundness, as a welder, I guarantee these anchors and welds are secure and permanent. And as far as edge safety, all the metal edges of the tire cones will be grounded smooth and rounded with no sharp edges. For stability, all the tires will be filled with sand and concrete, so they're immovable. And for pest control, all the tires have drainage holes to prevent mosquito breeding. the UV resistant baling twine, it's only $40 for 20,000 feet of the baling twine. You know what I mean? You could literally get a roll of each color and it would do that whole chain link fence. That's very cheap.
Yeah.
So you're looking at really the budget, I mean, the total budget of this project, you're looking under $500. You know what I mean? It wouldn't cost nothing. There's a lot of local artists that are willing to help do this. I've been wanting to do this for years. I've been studying on it, you know, but, anyway, okay. So this project uses recycled materials and local expertise to create a destination park we can all be proud of. I'm asking for your approval to bring this color and life to Walnut Grove. Thank you.
I'm glad you were able to come tonight.
I am, I've been wanting to do this for so long, and it was like, yeah.
We didn't discuss it at the last work session because you weren't able to be here.
Yeah, I've watched, because usually y'all go live, and y'all didn't last week, and I was like, oh, y'all did, and I'm like, you know.
What we can do, I think it would be really prudent if we were to get a meeting together with the art teacher, yourself. Is your daughter going to be back in town for the summer?
Oh, she will at the end of this month.
Okay. Why don't we get together with a couple of council members, Joe, you, your daughter, and the art teacher,
So that's a great idea.
and have a discussion about how you want to do it, what you're looking to do, exactly what the cost would be.
Yeah,
And then we can bring that back to council, because they have to vote on it, because they have to approve it.
yeah.
And then we can bring it back to council when there's a definitive idea of what the plan is, or the idea is, or what the look will be.
Yeah.
And,
Y'all can pick the murals and all that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, everything I sent y'all is just something I know that I could do, so therefore I know my daughter could do times 10, and so it's just like.
well, why don't we do that? Well, I will work with Joe, and we'll get in touch with you. If you would leave your phone number with our city clerk, Lynn.
He's got it.
Oh, Joe has it? Okay, Joe has it, okay. Then we'll reach out to you next week,
Uh-huh.
and let's go ahead and get a meeting set up, and I'll see which council members are
I'll give
interested.
you a high five. That's awesome.
And we'll just go from there and get a definitive plan in place so that everybody's on the same page and what can or can't be done, and we'll just move forward from there.
Mayor.
Okay?
Mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suggest doing the meeting at a work session so we all could see what's going on.
It might be like a half hour, or an hour-long meeting, Linda, so we will have them come and present at a work session, absolutely. And then they can go ahead and, I'm not gonna sit here and present to you guys, I'm not an artist. I'm not even gonna pretend to be. Pretend to be, but they will come back and present it to council with renderings and drawings and whatnot and ideas, and then you guys can decide at the next meeting about voting on it or not voting on it.
Yeah, I'll
if there's
definitely
money in
open to
budget.
it.
I'm putting my name in the hat to be on the
Okay,
team
all right.
to talk to you.
Stephanie, thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank y'all
it.
so much.
Sorry for making you wait.
No, I'm sorry. Thank y'all so
Okay.
much.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, so I think that is it, other than council comments. Let's start with Maxine today.
I don't think I have any council comments too much, except I did find myself published in a book put out by GMA, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
Even though it's actually the Charter courses, which is the catalog of classes, but they have a little side byline on the side where they ask people, I guess they asked me if I would be interviewed about making some comments about the classes I was taking, and I landed in the book, so I was pretty tickled. And a former clerk was the one that told me about it, because she saw it in the book, and she said she was going around showing everybody the book, saying, I know her, I know her.
That's great. That's really great. Thank you for sharing. Erica?
There is that's a question, not a comment. There is allergies are awful and my eyeballs don't work. Fire hydrant is the name of the thing that's right in the middle of the Kelly's parking lot. Could DOT not locate that in a better spot? It's right in the middle of the parking lot. Is there something that we can reach out to DOT?
Like in the current parking lot?
Yes.
They
Where
mentioned there.
the right-hand
I wondered
turn lane
if
is
it was
going to be, you mean?
temporary.
Well, once it's installed, I can see it being in like it will be in the right of way, but right now it is literally in the middle of the parking lot.
Why don't we reach out to and they can't move it, but they can do something to mitigate anybody running into it possibly, or putting some
I mean, if
flags around
somebody
it.
cuts through that parking lot,
Yeah,
it's gonna,
yeah,
yeah.
that's against the law, you know. You
Well,
can't-
I mean, I don't have a reason to do that, but, yeah.
We can reach out to the project manager and.
Well, while you're reaching out,
The sidewalks
the,
are fabulous.
the turnarounds on Habersham Circle are becoming much more prominent now and much more dangerous.
They're turning around down there?
Oh,
you
yeah.
thought?
I had one the other day try to drive, they drove through my yard and through my neighbor's yard on the other side of the line that comes down from the pole. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't take out my pecan tree that's 40 feet up in my yard.
When those type of things happen, guys, let the city know, because Joe can always make a phone call about
Yeah,
that.
so since you're reaching out, just remind them that we would like for them to not make turnarounds with the big equipment there.
Okay. All righty. Anything else, Erica?
No, thank you for attending the small city conference.
Absolutely.
Ladies and Joe.
Enjoyed it. Miss Rachel?
Yeah, it's been a fun week in Gainesville. I love Walnut Grove traffic in comparison.
Yeah.
Learning a lot, excited to get to work after budget seasoning is over. On some of the new things that we're learning. And tomorrow is my twins' 10th birthday.
There you go.
We made it.
You didn't make it yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we made it to 10. I'm like, woo.
Linda, do you have anything?
I don't.
You don't have anything. I'm good. So, is there a motion to, we don't have any executive? No, not tonight. A motion to adjourn? Is there a motion?
I motion to adjourn.
Okay, Erica, is your second?
I'll second.
Maxine, any discussion? None? All in favor, please raise your hand. All right, unanimous. Thanks.